does not come from me. It is not mine. It originated in the intellect, the mind, a shared human benefit which with prodigious visits will increase in size over time. When I talk, it's just bringing alive the distilled wisdom that results when chaotic thoughts collide, fuse, and are ready for effective use. First, to free your mind, you'll have to see your mind. And for that freedom to be realized, eventually you will have to cease to be your mind. Without a mind, you want to form a new consciousness, one that's free from both your mother and your father's logic, something that changes the space within your mentalness and brings you to the realization you don't have to speak the same sentences your parentals did. In fact, you can make up whole new paragraphs, as long as you have the mind, heart, and stomach for that. And once you master that, you will have mastered a craft. It's called using your voice. I personally like to preach with it the ideals of justice, freedom, and choice. This usually develops as a response to some monstrous noise, as a defense against the pollution that pervades an alienated generation and makes Earth a place that's hard to face with anything close to patience. And when I say pollution, I'm not talking about the environment. This pertains to the heart and the mind. It's a bit more convoluted and harder to find. It comes not from coal mining or smokestacks, but from totalitarian governments built on the broken back of the working class, who operate through satellite, radio, and TV, making us deaf, dumb, and blind with cell phones, pop music, and TiVo rewind. Would you like to know what's really happening? Well, you can't. All you get is the truth according to Fox News, which is to say, everything is fine. Sorry, there's actually a little more to that. I'm just not used to doing this, so I'm sorry. I'm going to try and pick that up. Ahem. It's like a real-life matrix and we're all plugged in, staring at our television, face twisted in a permanent grin. And just for comparison, bear with me, listen for a minute and I'll show you some of the similarities. Our life is definitely run by agents, but not ones who engage you in gun battles. Instead, they just make plays to shape your mind, morals, and spiritual values. Our brains are in a prison and they've been put there by a machine, except that this one is not robotic, it's just called the United States bureaucracy. We are under continuous surveillance by the highly trained nameless, who under the Patriot Act can view all the dames even in their changing chambers. We are the batteries giving energy to the system in a false conception of reality, used up without recharge, worked hard till the day we retire because our position no longer exists after being exported and paying in favor of paying overseas worker an hourly wage of 18 cents. And let me tell you, there's definitely more than one secret service. It includes not just the dudes who protect the president, but also those who compose the secrets that unnerve us, like symbols, slogans, catchphrases, and commercials that encourage us to just purchase. Don't think, they say, happiness comes from worship at consumerist churches. Just listen to their sermons, buy material goods, and your life too can have purpose. And that's the end.